On November 9th, 2021, Susan Davis Moora celebrated her 80th birthday with an online gathering of her KINS Network alumni and extended community of kindred spirits. One of our special guests during the celebration was Lawrence Ford, founder and CEO of Conscious Capital Wealth Management, founder and chairman of the Future Capital Initiative in partnership with the United Nations, fellow of the World Academy of Arts and Sciences, and author of the book Secrets of the Seasons. What you're about to see is Lawrence surprising Susan by presenting her with a Lifetime Achievement Award. Here's Lawrence.
As many of you know, Susan Davis has dedicated her life to serving humanity and giving nature a voice. Her life is an inspiring legacy of courageously challenging boundaries and expanding, yes, Susan, higher consciousness.
Whoa!
Yeah, she has broken through perceived limits and broken down barriers to empower women, minorities, and indigenous original peoples. Recognizing the cascading benefits of nature, she has been a champion of biomimicry and biodynamically aligned, sustainable, and regenerative business. She graduated Brown University cum laude in 1963. I wasn't going to say this, but I'm going to say this in complete love. That was a year after I was born, which is why it's taking me so long to read all of this, because what you have been doing since comes next. So in the late 60s, she wrote The Executive, a publication for Harvard University's Center for Studies in Education and Development. In the 70s, she launched 3 publications: Boston's first Black newspaper, now the Boston Banner, and professionally women's letter called The Spokeswoman, and an entrepreneurial magazine called Minority Express. As vice president at Chicago's South Shore Bank, she created national legislation to manifest the Neighborhood Development Bank industry, which funded the restoration of Chicago's South Shore community. In '79, she sent out a letter inviting 113 exceptional Chicago women to the first meeting of what became the Chicago Network. We are calling together women distinguished by their achievements in business, arts, and professions, government, and academia, Susan said, and 97 of those women accepted the invitation for the first time. Nearly all of these years later, I think the number is something like up to 500 today of those women who still gather. Through the 80s, she served as vice president of the Personal Trust Group at Chicago's Harris Bank, where she focused on empowering women and influence. She was the first woman on the founding board of the Social Venture Network, which gave birth to the social investment industry. And you'll see later why we call her the godmother of social investing. In the 90s, she founded Capital Missions Company and the goal of transforming the world of finance from fear and greed to love and joy through her key innovator network strategy, is KINS method that we all love so dearly and has created such an impact in the world. 15 years ago, she and her husband, Walter, moved to Vilcamba, a tiny village, as she just spoke about. And Marion Rockefeller Weber, a major contributor to KINS Networks, gave her a grant to become a flow funder in Ecuador. And from a $60,000 initial grant, they were able to donate more than $1 million in measurable value to the village. Susan has been off the grid, as you've all heard, and is a deeply connected to the Kogi wisdom, and just beginning her next chapter with KINS. Now, the reason I gave you those formal introductions is because I'm going to present an award to Susan today. And let me tell you how I first met Susan. Some of you may know quite a few years ago, the United Nations came to me and asked me if I would lead a movement in the nexus of consciousness and capital. And of course they had me, because how could I say no to that? And pretty soon we started scanning the world or more importantly, the world started scanning us as a massive attractor, and Susan showed up on the screen. Now, I had met Susan at Ions, as I mentioned earlier, a bunch of years earlier, but I hadn't connected with Susan since. Let me tell you, Susan came up on the screen. She's quiet, and I'm telling her what I'm doing, and she's like, as all of you know, Susan, when her spirit lights up and her eyes light up, it completely consumed the room and the screen. And she said, "You have got to be kidding me. Consciousness and capital in the same sentence at the level of the UN? You go, boy."
That's
So
right.
that's how we met, and it got better since. So today, Susan, I think we have a better picture of this, but I am presenting to you
Oh my goodness.
an award that we will ship over to Ecuador for you. And I will read what it says. It says, Future Capital Lifetime Achievement Award presented to Susan Davis Moora, the godmother of social investing, on November 9th, 2021. We presented it kind of quietly, spiritually, a day early because we knew it was your birthday, but giving it to you today. And then tomorrow, this is a sneak preview because during our Future Capital call, which of course we'd love you to be on, we are going to be presenting this formally. So thank you for the world, Susan.
God bless you. Wow. What a beautiful gift. Wow. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
To learn more about the ongoing work of Susan Davis Moora and the KINS Networks, please visit us at kinshipearth.org.